We head to the home of cricket in Australia, the Melbourne Cricket Grounds, to take on the Stars. Remember, they are second. We are currently in sixth. And we did have a fairly good outing personally against these guys last time, but did lose by 40 runs in the end. So we'll be hoping we'll be hoping that it doesn't get to 76 degrees, because that will be not ideal in the slightest. There will be a few guys out there that will probably be wanting to come off for a beverage or two if it does manage to get that hot. We have actually won the toss, and we are going to have a bat first. So very interesting choice there by Stuart Broad. Alright, here we go. That strike rate continues to climb, as does the average. We will definitely take that. 12 and a half overs gone. 100 on the board, 5 wickets down. Jono Wells, the hero from the last game, still in there. So we'll be looking for him to repeat his heroics and hopefully try and get us a few runs on the board. There's plenty of time left for us as well, almost 7 overs, to really go and try and play ourselves in and then look to attack towards the back end. That one there we have played super duper late. It must be fair. But we will take the run nonetheless. And Ryan Lees, the fast medium bowler, into the attack. Projected total at the moment is 160. I think we might possibly need a few more than that here at the MCG. Look at that. Our shots off the back foot have been absolutely incredible lately. The timing of them has been ridiculous. We've been absolutely humping it. So hopefully we can do the same here. I'm trying to think if there's any spinners left in this side. I don't think there is. Oh, that's a bit of a risky run. Good fielding there, I think, by John Hastings to keep that to a 1. Otherwise, that could have very possibly have been 4. And he is actually coming in to have a bowl now, the Duke. So 45 off of 22 for Wells. We're 3 off of 4. We won't mind that. At the moment, we're just trying to really get him on strike, I guess, because he is the one who is hitting it around. We just want to try and get that timing right, get that confidence up, and then start to go for it towards the back end of the innings. Maybe the last couple of overs, rather than, from now. Just because, as I said, I don't have a huge amount of confidence in Simon Malenko after his game 2 episodes ago, where he was just striking it very poorly. I think at one stage his strike rate was about 50, and it just did not sit well with me. So we want to try and keep him in the hut so he can just come out and have a swing as late on in the innings as possible. We do need to work on our timing, because we haven't really got one out of the middle yet, apart from those shots off of the back foot. But Wells is doing the job again here. He is absolutely pumping it. He is 68 off of 31. This is what happens when you don't run him out. He will score you runs, and that's exactly what he is doing. So we just want to try and just keep doing this. Just keep hitting the singles, get him on strike, and here's the guy who is hitting the boundaries at the moment. There's still 4 overs left to go, so still plenty of time to get up towards that 170, but he has gone and got himself out. Arjun Nair is in. We want to still try get towards that 170 if we can. I think that's something we definitely want to try and aim for. And again, I don't know what it is with spinners in this game, leaving a huge gap out on the offside, but we're not timing it that well at the moment, which isn't terrible, because we're going to get 2 out there every time. If we do get it well enough, we probably can dissect that gap. But remember, this is the MCG. The boundaries are absolutely mammoth. And late miss on that one. So really do need to work on the batting. I think the batting is the only thing that is really letting us down in this 2020 format. I think apart from that, our bowling's been good. Fielding we don't really see, so we can't comment on it too much. But again, that there is just played into the gap, and we're going to pick up 2 every time. So if we can do that, and if we can take 12 off the over, I'll be happy with that. That is all that we need to do at this stage, especially to Nair, because I don't think spinners, for some reason, I just can't take on in this game. Again, late timing, but they're the only 2 players that are out there on the offside. They are boundary riders, and it means that we can just pick up 2s at will, and we'll continue to do this. Strike rate is now up above It's now up above 100, which, as I said, that's where we want it to be. We want to try and get it around that 130 to 140. There's a nice shot. That is actually going to go all the way, and that's what I was talking about. If we did manage to get one, that we can go and pick up 4. We have seen a field change. Got it out eventually. God, I don't know how it was stuck in my throat for so long. But we do now... Oh, you're kidding me! Oh! We have a field change, and I still try and go there. Near chucks it in. You know what? Just challenge it. Not that we're going to get anything out of it. Maybe a front foot, no ball. But again, we've made a start. 17 off of 14. Strike rate of 121. We've got the score of 7 for 154. And we're going to need Malenko and Broad in these last 2 overs to try and smack it around a little bit. We did get to 165, which is maybe a little bit less than we would have liked. That humping in the last game has pushed the average up a touch. It's now 6 instead of something ridiculous like 4, what it was in the first game. Luke Wright is gone, so we've got the left-handed Alistair Cook and T. Todd, who I believe is a club player, but don't quote me on that, in at the crease at the moment, and we'll be looking to try and pick them up. Again, there's another one hand, one bounce chance. It would be cool if they did, when they do bring out a new cricket game, you know, like FIFA's bringing out house rules pretty much. And so for those who don't know, basically you can do like no rules, you can do survival mode, which is when you score, you know, like you get out. It would be cool if they implemented something like that, like you played, you know, like you played backyard rules, you know, like one hand, one bounce. Probably not 6 and out, because, well, I mean, you could add that. You could add 6 and out. It would be quite cool. Just something to add to the game, just to make it a little bit different. Obviously, only an exhibition. But I was going to say, I thought the umpire was going to stuff us over there with the field. He was going to get in the way. But we've done pretty well here. We've bowled 5 dot balls in a row, which is exactly what we need after the flying start that these two have gone and got off to. And once again, as I usually do, I've put the kiss of death on myself, and we have gone for 4. Which is not great. It's not what we needed. That required run rate is only 7. So that is something that we are going to have to go and work on. Cook, 41 off of 19. Don't think I've ever seen him score this fast. I don't even know if he plays domestic 2020 in England. I think when the domestic 2020 comp is on, normally England are playing test match cricket, so he is obviously involved in that. But now with his recent retirement, it could be interesting to see if he does turn out. I can't even remember the county that Cook plays for. He plays for Essex, plays for the Essex Eagles. So it'd be interesting to see now with his retirement if he does happen to play that there. I can't imagine him being like a 2020 journeyman, going around the world playing 2020 cricket in the different leagues. 2020 just isn't his game. One Day International, to be fair, isn't really his game either. But he's proven us wrong here. That one there is an outside edge. But it's going down. And as I said, big boundaries here at the MCG. Probably could have come back for the 3rd. But why would you when you're in Alistair Cook's form and you're 45 off of 23? You're only chasing 91 off of 74 deliveries. So it's not as though you have to do a whole lot. Have an appeal for that there. Not out. We can't challenge it. So we must have used it. Oh, maybe you only get 1 challenge per game. And I used it when I was batting. I thought it definitely resets in actual cricket, but maybe in here it doesn't reset. So that is a bit of a bummer. But he is out now, Cook. So that is promising from our point of view. We do have Caleb Jewell, who was the man of the match last time around. For the first time in a long time, the required run rate and the current run rate are different. The current run rate is below the required run rate? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Hastings is 17 off of 27, 17 off of 24. Possibly he is the man that we look to target to try and cramp up, possibly get a wicket. I can't remember the last episode that we didn't have a wicket in this Big Bash League to date so far. We've been pretty good. I think we saw at the start. What a shot that is. That could be... No, I was going to say it's only going to be 2. Massive boundaries here, man. The boundaries are so big. How do you score runs? I feel sorry for guys that play for Victoria in their career mode, because batting must just be bloody hard. There's another outside edge, another leading edge. So that is the second. Things are just not going both our way and Hobart Hurricanes' way here today. 54 off of 38, so it is still on. You know, the game is still in the balance. A wicket here and a wicket there makes things interesting. A good over for the batting team would probably see them wrap it up, you would have to think. But, oh, why did I not have my keeper up? I don't think it would have carried anyway, even if the keeper was up, but we do get the outside edge. Frustrating, that is. And they do now require, what have we got? We've got 5 overs left. 45 left to go, so 9 runs and over. If we could manage to get rid of Jewel here, that would be awesome, because he does seem to be going quite well at the moment. 21 off of 9 now. Was 21 off of 8. But you think if we can get a wicket here and get a fairly decent economical over, then, you know, possibly requiring 40 off of the last 4, you'd think with 7 wickets in hand that they would get that done, but cricket and sport is a funny game. You know, funny things do happen. As I said, all it does take is just, you know, it just takes a wicket here, a wicket there. It takes a lucky shot, a good over. You know, they get, possibly we go out of the attack. Let's say we only go for 3 off these last 3 deliveries. Probably not going to, because I'm bowling an outswinger here. And we do actually find the outside edge. Bloody brilliant. If only we had some slips in. At least that's good for our one day in first class form. But, you know, 40, all of a sudden, you know, the first over goes for 15 or something. They are right back in the game. That one there probably going down leg, just with the way that Timmy Payne did dive. And Ross, rightly so, says not out. This is our final ball of the spell. We have just talked through this entire episode. And there's another outside edge. Could be a run out. Oh! Direct hit and he was gone. And it was Caleb Jewell as well, the man that we wanted. Whew! I don't think... I mean, we've got Stuart Broad. They need 41, and I think that they've got there in the end. They have. They've won by 4 wickets. Oh, man, they did it off the last ball. Did they hit a 6 off the last ball? They must have. They must have hit a 6 off the last ball to win it. Surely. You can't go back and check the ball by ball. But I'm guessing they would have. If they ended up with that... Maybe 1-6. I mean, because they're not going to run a 5. The scores would have been tied. It would have been 1-6-4. And they've gone for the 6. Not the greatest day for us to write home about. We did make it onto the top batting charts for the Hobart Hurricanes with that 17 off 14 before we did go and get caught behind off Arjun. And with the ball, economical but no wickets for us here today. 4 overs, none for 17. You'd have to think that that loss... even with 2 games left to go in the regular season, is probably going to see our top 4 aspirations done and dusted for a season. But we will just go and confirm that in a second. See if we do get any other offers as well to go and play for some 2020 comps around the world. Alright, so as expected, we probably are done and dusted for the season. At least, I don't think we can finish with the wooden spoon. I think that is reserved to the Brisbane Heat. However, with 2 games left, we would need 2 massive wins to make it into the top 4. Because we are 2 and 4. Everyone else looks as though they have finished their games. They've played their round robin games, apart from ourselves. No, hang on. If the Strikers are playing now... No, that's wrong. What am I talking about? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. You play 8 games. So we have got 1 in hand. We essentially would need both the Sixers and the Renegades to lose their remaining game. Lose badly. And we would need to win both of our games and win well to get our net run rate above 0.44. Which I think... in all honesty, is probably out of the question. But stranger things have happened. Things can happen. We will just wait and see what does happen. Anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to give it a like. If you are new, remember to hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. I do always enjoy reading those. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ka kite anoa. See you.